I'm Alan Keddy, Editorial Director with REIT.com, and we're in New York at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel for REITWeek 2014, NAREIT's Investor Forum. Joining me is John Guinee, REIT Equity Analyst with Stifel Nicolaus. So, John, give us an idea. What have been the big stories in the first half of the year that you've been watching?
Good question. The big story clearly has been the risk-off trade and the decline in interest rate and interest rate perception. If you think about it, 6 months ago, the entire world expected us to be at 3.5 for the 10-year Treasury by now. 6 months later, the entire world thinks that 2.5 is the right number, which is a 50 basis point drop in interest rates, but a 100 basis point drop in perception. Combined with that, you clearly have headed to a risk-off mentality, defensive trades, and the end result is the REITs are up 14–15% year to date, which has surprised pleasantly virtually everyone at this conference.
And how about one particular sector that might have surprised you?
Well, interestingly enough, with this kind of decline in interest rates, we would have expected the healthcare and the triple nets to do a little better than other sectors. And they've done a little bit better, but they haven't done a lot better, and they really could have done a lot better. What you look at in this world is that there are a lot of stocks that are net asset value price and net asset value driven, and there are a lot of stocks that are more interest rate sensitive because they're earnings positive, spread investment driven. And despite a very steep decline in the cost of capital for the triple nets and the healthcare names, their outperformance has been a little bit, but not as much as it could have been.
All right, get out your crystal ball. The next 6 months, what's going to be the big story in the REIT market?
Well, clearly, the REIT market is largely in this day and age trades with the broader equity market, high degree of correlation, and it's a risk-on, risk-off mentality. Assuming interest rates stay the same and people focus more on fundamentals, we think probably the big story will be development. We expect a lot of development to kick in the second half of 2014 for industrial product, and I think what happens is the investor mentality is very risk adverse right now, so when you see a lot of industrial development kick in, I think you'll see people be very, very nervous about that particular sector.
Thank you very much for your time, John.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
And for more on this and other REIT news and analysis, be sure to visit REIT.com.